G'day guys, it's the Pink King here, and I'm back with another one of my AFL 2020 Premiership season matches. It's Saturday, second game of round 8 in Adelaide Oval. It's the Adelaide Crows versus the Freo Dockers, and these teams are both in a bit of a slump. Freo having won, I think, 2 games to sit 14th, 2 and 5 at the moment. Whereas Adelaide's 4 and 3, I think. I think they're 4 and 3. So yeah, so even if Freo win this game, they still won't pass Adelaide on the ladder, but they will close the gap between them and the top 8. Yeah, they're currently 2 games behind. So at least that would bring them to 1 game behind the Crows. I don't think it would bring them 1 game behind the whole top 8, but it would close the gap at least. Keep them in the hunt. Coming in around 8, it's starting to get to the point where it's getting too late. Alrighty. So it's the Crows versus the Dockers at Adelaide Oval.
Anthony Hudson. Now it's time for Saturday afternoon football. Accompanying me is Gary Lyon.
Looks like a pretty good day in Adelaide. Looks a bit overcast, but other than that, it's pretty good.
Hitting the turf today will be Adelaide and Fremantle.
Pretty decent teams. Oh, I accidentally skipped through Freo. Rory Laird's having his 150th game for the Crows.
And the crowd are appreciating it. The captains converge for the toss of the ball.
Sloan and Fife coming to the centre. I'm guessing Fife. Yep, Fife. Ray, what are you going to do, mate? Fucking toss it up, mate. Come on. Bang.
Fremantle kicking to the right of screen.
Freo wins it.
Coming off loss.
So Ray blows his whistle, bounces the ball, and off we go. Tap down. Quick win by Crows. It still hasn't gone anywhere. Riley O'Brien soccers it forward. And Crows kick it forward. 2 on 1 in near the goal square. Tight angle hits the post by Miles Paholke, so couldn't quite get it round. Crows the first score of the match.
Darcy weighing up the options now.
Freo. Kick to Blake Acres. Quick handball over the top. Quick kick. Joel Hamling takes the mark. He does a dangerous thing. He goes back inside the defensive 50. Luke Ryan takes the mark. Goes back and handballs it. That's dangerous handball and no prior for Blakely. It's right in the middle of the ground. As a high tackle against Hamling. Who's got the ball at the moment? I can't see which Crows player this is. Looks like Crouch. Number 5, I think it's Crouch. Kicks it. It's a bit wide though. Marked by Sean Darcy. And he goes to the pocket. No mark. Handballed over the bounds. It's out of bounds deliberately from James H. I think he was getting tackled. It's a bit harsh, and it looks like Bryce Gibbs. Lining up. He decides to kick it into the middle of the ground. No mark. Socked forward. Freo to the ball first, and Wilson gets wrapped up. So it's in the pocket. Crows currently doing a lot of attacking, but nothing's happening. Socked forward again. Handballed. Taylor Walker gets the ball. High tackle though. That was already a goal. It's already 3 rows back by the time they brought it back. So Walker runs in and goes bang and hits the post. So he got robbed of a goal there, because that was already a goal by the time the umpire paid it, but gets taken back and then he misses. So Darcy plays on, runs his 15, kicks to Reece Conker on the 50. He goes quickly out to the wing. No mark taken. And Jake Kelly's wrapped up. So finally we get a bit of distance between the ball and the Crows' goal. Few broken tackles, few times the ball came out, kicked forward by Freo. It's now inside their 50. Michael Walters gets the ball, picks it up and kicks it out on the full. So he had a chance to put something on the ball for the Dockers, but he couldn't. Laird his 150th, hits Brodie Smith for his first disposal of the match. Smith goes back to the pocket where Gibbs runs in, and he's kicked sideways. It's almost gone into the goal square. Goes across the face of goal. Crows still have the numbers. 1-on-1 on the wing. And Walters ends up with the ball. He kicks it forward. McCarthy, he was in the best position. He gets back to it. Kicks the ball into the post. And it's 2-1 with a minute left in the quarter. So unless there's a quick turnover here, that will be the final score for the quarter. Talia goes, oh, that's dangerous. Straight to Jesse Hogan as the siren goes. And he's in his range here. So he went to run along the boundary line there and just centered it straight to Hogan, who was alone. So a 50, or close enough to 50 metre kick comes his way, and that's straight over the goal umpire's head. So the first goal of the game comes as after the first quarter has actually ended. And it's 5 points the lead for Freo. 7-2 at the moment. They did a whole lot of defending that quarter for apparently only 2 inside 50s. So they've both had 2 inside 50s and got 2 scoring shots. It's 1-1 to 0-2. But yeah, Freo did a lot of defending early on in that quarter and held on long enough to actually take the lead into quarter time. All the stats really favouring no one really. The Clangers 2-6 Freo's way, so they're being a bit ineffective with the ball, but 6 marks to 2 as well. They've also had more tackles than the Crows. They've had no free kicks to the 2 Crows free kicks. Less possession slightly, and 3 hitouts to 1. And yeah, we've got 6 players all, or at least 6 players, all on 2 disposals. So no one's really sticking out except for Hogan. As the second quarter begins, O'Brien, I think, got the tap and then the clearance himself. Kicks it forward and Freo socketed it back out. It's been inside the Crows 50 twice already this quarter. Sloan gets injured while he picks up the ball. It's kicked out to Jesse Hogan. He sees Hill running by himself and kicks it to him. He's got a player in the middle of the ground and he goes short to him as well. He's missed the target though. Turnover and turnover again. Kicked forward by Freo. It's gone just as far as what Stephen Hill was in the first place. Crows kick it back. Back on the wing. And there's numbers for Freo. They kick it inside their 50. Cam McCarthy can't win the contest outright. Ball spills loose. They've got the number. They can't get it to him. Socketed forward by Crows. It's still inside the 50. Picked up. Kicked forward. Who's got that goal? It was Brennan Cox. So Brennan Cox kicks his first goal and Fremantle's second of the match. Extend their lead out to 11 points.
We're back in the middle now.
So pretty much it seems like the way Freo are working this is play defensively until you get a chance to attack and then do that. Pretty much how Ross Lyon loved to play his Freo sides. Handball forward with a couple handballs there. Socket forward. Freo first the ball again. Kicked forward. High tackle against David McKay and they're having a shot to put them 17 points in front. Half the quarter gone already. Is it Stephen Hill? I think it is. No, it's not. Who was that? Brandon Matera.
That kick goes out on the full.
Kick short. Oh, turnover. Oh my. So it went out in the full and the short kick went straight to Cam McCarthy. Quick interception and he just goes bang straight through the middle. So it is 17 points the difference. I just thought with the kicker, I thought it was a 32, not a 3. I think it was 3, wasn't it?
Now we've got a ball up. What can you tell us, Gaz?
What's going on here? Tap down.
On display right now. It's a great match.
Just absolute carnage at the moment. Brendan Cox is apparently injured. Kicked forward by Freo. And they're running away with it. Alex Pearce gets a goal here. It was absolute carnage. Just tackle after tackle after tackle. The ball kept coming out until Alex Pearce was the last man standing. He runs his 15 and goes bang. He turns around and goes and rucks the next contest. So
There'll be a ball up.
25-2.
O'Brien.
Freo will be loving it if they can keep it that scoreline to the end of the quarter. But as I'm saying this, Brad Crouch goes forward and then kicks it out the full. So
With a poor kick out of play.
Freo just got to hold on to the ball for 3 minutes. Short kick. Luke Ryan takes an easy enough mark.
Inside the opposition.
Looks around, goes sideways, crosses goal. Reece Conker takes the mark. They've got numbers. He goes to none of them. He goes to a Crows player. Ben Keys takes the mark, and he could get Crows' first goal of the game, and it will be after the halftime siren. So we saw the first goal of the game come to Freo at the quarter-time siren from an intercept mark. Can Crows do the same, or it's fallen short and no score has been made? So Crows trail by 23 points. They look good early, but they just haven't capitalised and did absolutely nothing that quarter.
Fremantle leading.
And Freo are just really, really efficient. They've had 6 inside 50s for 5 scoring shots.
Looking forward to this second half.
They've got more disposals now. More kicks, more handballs, more clangers, but more marks as well. More tackles. And they've got 57% possession. So they've got more tackles with more possession as well. They're losing the hitouts 3-7 though. So did I read it wrong in the first quarter? Yeah, I must have, because I think I said that Freo were winning it. But yeah, definitely Crows are winning 7-3 in the hitouts. Riley O'Brien is actually a major ball winner as well, so he's pretty much tapping it down to himself and then getting the clearance too. But yeah, no real surprises there. You got Riley O'Brien, Brad Crouch, and Rory Laird. There's 3 very familiar names when you're looking at disposals. Reece Conker with 4, Sean Darcy and Luke Ryan both with 3. I think Sean Darcy's been playing mainly defence and Luke Ryan is definitely a defender. So it just shows just what they're doing. Reece Conker being a midfielder mostly. So just rebounding off that half-back flank sort of thing. And yeah, just being pretty concise with their kicking and just methodical, working it up the ground. No multiple goal scorers so far in the game. Yeah, straight back into it.
A big second half about to begin.
So second half begins. Tapped down by Riley O'Brien. Freo got the numbers around the ball though. Kicked forward into the goal square. Cam McCarthy doesn't have to do anything, but Daniel Talia gets his hands to it and rushes the ball over the line. All McCarthy had to do there was shepherd the ball through, but he couldn't quite do it. So quick kick out by Talia. Punch forward and Freo are the first ones there. Players everywhere. And Roy Sloane gets wrapped up in the pocket. So 24 points of difference. Tap down, Roy Sloane gets the ball. Dodge tackle back to Roy Sloane. He gets tackled now. He's injured again. He is in trouble. Socket forward. Freo trying to re-enter the 50. And it looks like a shoulder injury here. He's coming off with a bit of aid there. So obviously whatever happened in the first quarter or first half, he's re-injured it. Mundy runs inside 50, takes a bounce. No one in front of him. He can run all the way and kick the goal. It's 5 goals the difference now, and Crows are in real strife here. Seedsman trying to get in the face, trying to remonstrate a little bit, but I mean, what can you do? There's just no one goal side of those Freo players. Mundy could have passed that off if he really wanted to rub salt in the wound and run off a little bit more time. Just there was no one there to stop him. There was no one goal side, and they just run in. So the quick clearance by Crows. They're trying to move it forward. O'Brien boots it forward, and Sean Darcy. Yeah, so Sean Darcy is playing full back. He sees a short pass to kick to Travis Collier, who takes the mark. He's directly in front of goal here, so he doesn't want to do anything silly. Goes wide to Joel Hamling. I would have gone down the line if I were him, but he doesn't. He goes to Reece Conker, who had a bit of space. He kicks it out to the wing, 1-on-1. Crows were the first of the ball, but just couldn't get hands on it properly. Broken tackle. Danger there, but he gets rid of it. Another broken tackle, throwing the ball against Ethan Hughes. He couldn't get rid of it. Kicked inside, no mark. Whole mass of players, no one wants to pick it up, and then a high tackle against Sean Darcy. Oh, who's number 7? Fuck. Is it McKay? McKay lining up. And he's kicked it. No, he's hit the post. Oh, it's Jordan Gallucci. I was wrong. Boy, oh boy. McKay's 14, maybe.
Adelaide close the gap to 29.
Marked by Blake Acres in the pocket. Just a short kick in from Sean Darcy. They're gone back to him. He's dropped the ball. That's dangerous. In the pocket. And Gallucci gets tackled out of bounds. So, Freo being very sloppy here. It's been in the Crows forward line for a long time here. Handballed forward. Gets straight to a Crows player. It's a one-on-one. Marked by Sean Darcy. He's been a rock back there. Short kick to Ethan Hughes. Can almost run out the clock in the whole quarter here. Travis Collier now with another mark. Go wide, mate. He does. There's players there. Marked by Andrew Brayshaw, who goes backwards. That's dangerous. And marked by Joel Hamling. One more kick will run off the clock for the quarter. He goes wide. Bryce Gibbs was under it the whole time. He needs to get it in quick. He goes up. It's a good spot, but it's going to run out of time. I don't know how he even saw that player there, but he picked it out. And just didn't quite do it fast enough. So, a bit of a danger-filled quarter there for Freo. But again, they hold solid. And Sean Darcy, I think, is making a good case for man of the match here. 50 disposals to 33 now. Inside the 50s are still even at 8-8. It's just Freo's being a lot more efficient with their conversion rate. They've had a lot more kicks, a lot more clangers. It's 21-10, and that partly is just because when Crows get the ball, I guess they just getting tackled before they can turn it over. They've had 28 tackles on them, 20 marks to 5. One free kick though to Freo compared to Crows' 4, with 58% possession to 42. Hit-outs are fairly even. 9-5 isn't too bad. O'Brien's Crows' biggest ball winner. Reece Conk is actually the current ball winner for Freo. Sean Darcy's second with 5. And James H with 4. I'm surprised about that. I thought Sean Darcy had about 4 just then in that quarter. So the last quarter begins, tap down, and Crows are away here. They're running straight towards goal. Riley O'Brien kicks to the top of the goal square, or just outside, and Miles Paholke takes the mark. So it's quick start, quick clearance. I'm going to have to do a lot of them if they want to catch up. They haven't kicked a goal all game. And Paholke finally fixes that. He kicks the first goal for Crows all game. It's in the last quarter. And it's back to 23 points. So they're not completely out of it, but they do have to do that at roughly the same rate throughout the whole quarter to catch up.
About to resume play.
Another tap down by Riley O'Brien. It's gone the way of their goals. There's a lot of players around the ball though, and Brad Crouch gets done for throwing it. Short kick to Luke Ryan. He takes the mark. He's also been fairly good. He goes short again, where Brad Crouch makes up for his previous area and beats Fife to the ball. He goes wide, and Tom Doherty, haven't seen much of him at all. He takes the mark, goes into the centre of the ground. Might be danger here for Freo. There's a lot of Crows players near the ball. Stephen Hill wins it and handballs it straight to a Crows player. I think Hartigan. Ball spills out, and Atkins ends up getting wrapped up.
Getting a chance for a break. Ball up call.
So the ball hasn't really gone anywhere. Time's starting to run out for Crows. To kick 4 goals, you're going to need every second you've got. So the fact that it keeps running off the clock is danger for them. Sloane's back on the ground, so I think that shoulder issues are not a problem anymore. Great link up of handballs, and Ben Keys ends it. So halfway through the quarter, and they have kicked 2 goals out of the 5 they needed to get in front. So they're slightly behind schedule to catch up. And this isn't going to help. Kick forward by Freo, inside 50. 3-on-2 there. Ball comes out. Michael Walters just gets a handball out in time and a push in the back against Jesse Hogan. So it's starting to get impossible. Crows would need absolute perfection from here. They go wide. 2-on-1 and Tom Doherty can't win it. So it's on the 50 still and the time's ticking down as we speak. Faster and faster it seems for the Crows. They try and run down the wing. Doesn't work out. Broken tackle. Freo again. Kick it forward. 1 goal here. Even a point would be the last nail in the coffin for a Crows win. Here we go. Chained up handball. Sloan trying to rally his team. But with 4 minutes to go, it's now too late. I don't think the game you can even get faster goal than about a minute 20. So the fact they need more than 3 goals with less than 3 minutes means it's impossible. And this to be the last nail in the coffin. Jesse Hogan lining up. Bang to the goal square. No one there. And a mark by Tom Doherty. Got back in time. So a minute left. Can they just make it look a bit nicer? I don't think they can. Manages to get it out. The siren goes. And that's the end of it. Freo get a much needed win. They needed something because they were starting to lose touch with the top 8. That win is crucial to keep their season alive. I think that moves them to 3 and 5, so it's not over yet, but they need to be pretty much perfect from now to make finals. Crows probably just slipped out of the top 8 with that. They started the season so well, and yeah, they've just dropped off in the last few weeks. And you look at the stats and it really doesn't look like a huge tilt Freo's way, but they won by more than what Crows even scored for the match. It was 17 points and Crows only scored 15 points for the whole match, so it's a good percentage booster for them. They're just so ineffective with the ball. They turned it over 28 times in one game. Yeah, I guess the tackles are the only thing that really stood out in favour of Freo. I mean, they had more disposals, but it wasn't a huge amount. Well, Marks definitely stood out as well. So, Reece Conker finished with 7 disposals for the match. Sean Darcy with 5, Luke Ryan with 4. I'd be quite fine with those 3 being the best on ground. But Riley O'Brien also had 6. Yeah, Riley O'Brien also had 6. Tom Doherty apparently ended up with 5. He had a very slow start of the game, but ended up with 5 disposals. Rory Sloan with 5 disposals as well. He got injured a couple times that match, so he had a real Warriors effort to him in that one. I think Reece Conker, so I just didn't really notice his disposals as much. Sean Darcy was alright, but I think he turned it over too much out of defence. Luke Ryan was also good. You'd say Reece Conker would have to, surely. Sean Darcy, I think, as well, would be the top 2. And I think Riley O'Brien probably be second, I should say. That's your 3. Reece Conker, Riley O'Brien, and then Sean Darcy. Yeah, alright. Okay. Riley O'Brien gets best on the ground. I guess he also must have won the ruck taps pretty convincingly, so he gets best on ground. Reece Conker gets second, so I got those 2 right. Kyle Hartigan, didn't even really see much of him at all in that game. I guess he must have been doing a whole lot of tackles. Gets third on best on ground. So thanks for watching, guys. Probably not what I expected going in this game. Really thought Crows being how they started, and I just thought that this game really liked Crows for some reason and didn't like Freo that much. Really thought that Crows would come out with the win here, but not to be in this one. Freo hardening up their record, making themselves look like they've still got half a chance to make finals, which is good for them. But yeah, I'll have another game out, probably right about when this game finishes. Saturdays are usually 2 afternoon games, so yeah, stick around. I'll probably have another video up right now. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.